All right. Hello, all. My name is Braden Miguel, coming to you from my new setup. And this past week has been pretty busy as Earth Day um, and covering a wide range of events. Just being active in that space and planning one myself. Had a lot going on. I'm doing best to go into this week in my responsibilities with some more flexibility and like energy and care, and then also going into kind of these career transitions and setting up a new foundation for myself as I get more into content and media and building my business. So social enterprise, go. Let's do it. This is not that related to that. This video though is gonna be me covering some of the Earth Day things I went to and sharing that, and I'm working to try to get this down. I have a post written I want to share, and I don't know what photos or videos to pull from. But here we go. And you may be able to hear it, but it's raining out. Let's get it started, though. Let's get it started, yeah. Let's get it started, and yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Um, so let's go through it. This is starts Monday of Earth Week, Earth Day month, week, year, and like the 17th. It says right here. Yep, the 17th. I had plans to make my way up to Boulder to do this event, table at this event, and through the grapevine, there was a package that needed picking up of some free or some swag to give out the event and during the week. So I started my day by going out to the east side of like the northeast side, Fort Lumpton, probably about 40 minutes northeast of Denver. Though it may have taken a while just because there was some traffic going like on the curve of one of the highways. But it was very pretty to be able to see the mountains kind of from that zoomed out. I'm not normally that east, and you can kind of see the whole front range as you are walking and driving. Um, and that was kind of cool. And then I made my way to Boulder for that other event, which included music and tabling. Um, this is a video. How do I do the video stuff? Here we go. Really awesome. I hope this isn't too echoey as I'm still figuring out my audio visual setup. But I'm going to share this video. I don't know why it's so framed to the right. Fight for the quality of our own lives, our happiness, and I'm so grateful for these awesome bands, this beautiful music, and I hope y'all keep enjoying it. If you want to learn more about student government, we put the song I wrote for them. They're awesome. We're over there. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. So that was so there was like tables. You can kind of see it there a little bit with the fair and field, and then you see the flat irons in the back. So it was a very pretty day. There was like overcast throughout. Um, some good music. Good vibes. that was Monday. Go home. I think go to a meeting, then go home, and then this is Wednesday. I think was this happy hour event. Um, I don't remember what I was up to Tuesday. I think I was having like a just trying to get things done. Oh yeah, working on my event. And then this was a co-working, not co-working. It was just like a happy hour at the Alliance Center, which is this co-working space. So I guess I get where my brain was there. Um, and they also have this like regenerative futures alliance, and so a lot of people in the environmental community came out. There was some live music and activities as we talked, and got to see part of their building, which is in downtown Denver by Union Station. Um, Took a few, um, and that was that day. That was Wednesday. Hung out with some friends. Um, some of the collaborators that I'm working on an event with were there, so we got to talk about our event, share it with some people, and then even yeah, the musician there was a collaborator with our event as well, so got to check in, which was a nice like in person check in day. Cool. I think they had drink tickets, and we got two free drinks. So and some snacks. Food and drinks are always pluses at events. So, Wednesday goes to Thursday. There's a climate expo up at Boulder. So I'm driving from Denver to Boulder, and here are some photos that I safely take while on my way there. You can tell it safely because I'm in the road with my eyes forward. You bet. I mean, yes. And so there was this like science fair up in Boulder. I was helping with the team, but also I was gonna be there anyways to check out the event. And then the time to fill in at a booth was just bonus points. Um, Seeing some really cool events or projects. There was probably like 50 different project booths. I didn't really take pictures of that many though, and I also didn't get to see 100% of them. This was a machine where using different prompts, um, it could tell like you how much carbon was saved by changing from your diet is now to different options. And it's kind of like an art exhibit type game that people could look at. There are a few of those as like there's a CU class where you like make an art exhibit. So it was like if I'm doing this thing for my class already, I might as well like enter into the science fair. And there was cash prizes for like 5 different categories, with some prizes up like $10,000, or I think the prize pool was like 20K, and then they gave $50 to each like exhibitor, um, which times 50 is 50 times 50 is 2,500 at least, just to get people. So like if you're working on this project, you might as well enter it into this expo. But there are some clever ones about like different types of buildings. This one's I think hydrogen energy system that are like multi-energy because there's also solar panels on the roof. Um, I'm surprised I didn't get more. I think I had a few more. There was um, some like community like food banking outreach projects, and there were a number of building design projects, how to use art to influence change, a few around, or at least one around like it was like a movie about how the fashion industry is connected to climate change, and things you can do instead. So those are some of the things I saw at the expo. I didn't stick around to see who won because I wanted to get out of there because that was Thursday and I was going to an art event Um, and made some art and hung out. There was some live music briefly, also by Savage Resistance. Put on by 350 Denver. Um, some good food, good company, good vibes, and we ended up with some art. I actually got like 4 different art posters, but that is one of them. Some people made some other cool art, big and small, and then they hung up like a pop up art exhibit in the shared ground space, which is this really cool climate resiliency hub in the Denver area. Um, what else do I have in here? We're chilling. This is actually what I went out. This is how I went out Saturday. Okay, how do I encapsulate where we're at right now in Earth Day weekend? Um, okay, Thursday going into Friday. Friday, I was getting some work stuff done. It was actually a pretty stressful day. Um, and sometimes when I'm super stressed out, it's actually like hard to get anything done. And so I like distract myself. I got some of those things done, and it got to a point of night where I had some events I could go to. So I went to this Compost Colorado event, which is a panel and some open tabling with some music in their warehouse building. Hung out there for like an hour, and then um, end up going to this LGBTQ plus like business owner and like coffee hour, where my friend was hanging out. Um, there are like tarot card. We ended up hanging out a little bit, and we got this tarot card reading, um, which is gonna be its own thing because I don't want to dive too much into that right now. But I was feeling like I wanted to express a certain and different part about me, so I actually went to end up going out um, like this for my Saturday events, which included, and this is like something I have up in my room, so it's like a reminder to be brave, like Rainbow Shark. Um, and wanting to lean into that, I that's how I dressed Saturday. And rocking it.
It's fun. You can turn it on and everybody jams together.
Oh yeah, it was like foggy that day. It was really weird weather. Um, and yeah, it was kind of like overcasty, snowy, interesting. And then I went to this event. This was the 30th anniversary of CU's Environmental Studies program. So they were trying to do a bunch over the weekend, um, with the grad students programs and the students currently there and the other alumni. Um, we also had like pretty, yeah, like cold and like snowy weather like Friday, Saturday. So may have affected like turnout. Like I knew I didn't want to do as much stuff because of that, but I still wanted to go to like the dinner congratulations. And so um, went to uh, that event. Saw some awesome people, ate some amazing food. I don't know the majority of people in here. There are some like old teachers. Um, but yes, I went out rocking the pink hair, got a bunch of compliments, which is fun. And then from there, I was there for like an hour and a half. talking to some people, um, chatting, eating food, some free drinks, and then Leslie Smith's one of the regents. Saw her speak. Saw some other speakers on the program. It's only an 8-second clip, so okay. And then I was at that event for a while, and then I, through the grapevine, on one of my group chats up in Boulder, there was like an open mic with one of my activist friends, and I was wanting something more like artsy and creative, like the I don't even know what they call it. The 30-year celebration, the anniversary of the program. It was an interesting vibe. It felt like a lot of like surface level like exchanging of information. There were like a few friends that I knew there from my time at CU because I'm an alumni. Um, but most of the people there were new to me. A few teachers, and then like a lot of like the admin, like official types, which I talked to some of them. I had pleasant conversations about like how people's weeks were going and the food, um, and like my experiences at CU. But I was like, I 5 minutes away from here, I have some friends to be since I only know one person at this place. Um, but like at their home and invite it was out there, and they're gonna do an open mic with some like poetry and music. I'm like, that's where I want to go next. So I added another event. I'm happy I did. The people were super kind, and it was nice to catch up with my friend. It was nice to be accepted and more leaning into, um, and that the way I was expressing myself that day, still rocking the pink hair, and um, also the vibes were amazing. Like cool room setup, hospitality of food and drinks, and then um, I saw the first half of the open mic. There's some amazing songs which I'm about to share with you. That I did get some recording. I missed, or I didn't take my phone out for the majority of the acts. I was kind of just soaking them in. Um, but there was one performance that was like especially jaw dropping where I took out my phone. And this is not even like the last event of the night I go to. I go to another event briefly after this, which is why I leave partway through. Um, I'm just like hamming and everything. I don't want any FOMO, I guess. Um, but we proceed to the music. We will mute myself so there's no echo. Play my music and then they will cry. They'll have a little wake. They'll drink bad wine and they'll eat lemon cake. And my mother's little heart will break. And she'll say there must be some mistake. He can't be dead. Take me instead. But I'm not dead. No, I'm not dead. And I won't die, they say, for some time. 'Cause I'm in my little house, writing little songs to pass the time, which incidentally is precisely 9. Don't you worry, I'm completely fine, I'm fine. Don't you worry, I'm completely
worry, I'm completely fine. I'm fine. Don't you worry, I'm completely fine. I'm fine. I'm just so fucking fine.
So that was that one.
Now and again, though I never hope to keep them. Thought to give friends what I thought that they wanted. Never had they needed a good friend as I've been. Don't get me venting on friends who resent you, cause all you've ever done is been a noose to hang on to. They thought was a necklace, and reckless they fell into hell. We both hang with nothing to do but scratch, kick, let gravity win like fuck this, let gravity win like. You could leave it all behind, and even the devil needs time alone sometimes. You could let it all go, you could let it all go. It's called free fall.
Free fall.
You could let it all go, you could let it all go. It's called free fall. Free fall. Called up the devil and the devil said quit. I can't be bothered, better handle your shit. Keep about your wits, man, keep about your wits. Know yourself and who you came in with. Can I sit down? I've been hustling all day. I can't even count how many souls I've made off the same deal you're on. Remember, the devil ain't a friend to no one, but fine. You can let it all go, you can let it all go. It's called
Free fall. It's called.
free fall. You can let it all go, you can let it all go. It's called free fall. Free fall. I called up the devil and the devil said, hey, why you even calling this late? It's like 2 a.m. and the bars all close at 10 in hell. That's a rule I made. Anyway, you say you're too busy saving everybody else to save yourself, and you don't want no help. Oh well, that's a story to tell, but you can let it all go. You can let it all go. It's called free fall. Free fall. You can let it all go. You can let it all go. Cause ain't shit free but falling out. And that shit's easy, let me show you how it's like.
You get it. It was awesome. And all the other acts were good too. There was some reading of this, which was the first act, and it's a book. It's not like exact quotes from like American Indians, but it's like some of what the historians and the translators at the time, when some of these treaties were made between the very beginnings of America and some of the American Indian tribes in the area, and how at least part of what was read was like unsure of where to put trust, but that they did say and help with other conflicts, and like accepting that there's a possibility of the best future being this type of agreement. I don't know. There was a lot in there. It was pretty moving. There was some poetry about if they were a mushroom, which is like it was an old like translated poem from like Polish or that like region of, or like Norwegian, that areas. Um, and it was really cool because it combined the language with the in the translation. They also had these cool things about being anarchist and changing the system. Look at that! Look at that! power. This one was about power structure. Um, I don't know if I can share most of that. That's probably copyrighted music, no? Because that's a DJ rocking it. We'll go like this. We'll just scan through. This was the after party, the place I went to after. And the vibes were good. I was there for like an hour, and then I was pretty beat, so I pieced out home. Um, this is part of their. They have like a store in their warehouse, and I thought it was very interesting that they were doing like reusable containers and goods. Shadow Compost, Colorado. Um, okay, so that was Earth Day proper. That was Saturday. Those events going on out. Um, Going into Sunday. Sunday, the day after Earth Day, which was the day my friends and I decided to host our event, which was like an activist banquet, um, putting something on for the community, providing dinner, some drinks, some live entertainment, and just having cool people around and good energy. Um, just wanted something to be less work like related, like networking and catching up, like 100% fine. We had some like post-it notes, like the big ones where we had like some questions, but really we were just trying to kick back and bridge some of the groups and leaders within the activist movement. And this was our premiere, this group of activists putting on an event together that we think we're going to put on more events. And it was a really awesome, we probably had about 40 people there, 35, 40 people, food for all. And it really kind of came together in this like food bank church building. We got some art day of, or like from like Goodwill, um, sponsored by groups like 350 Colorado, Sunrise Movement, Commune, and Inland Water. At this point, I'm just doing like hype for my own event. Inland Water Coalition and Citizens Climate Lobby. My own org also was one of the sponsors, and we put on a really cool event. And Andrea came with her another musician friend, um, and it was really cool to partake in and enjoy together. And I have some clips. Woo!
Spotify, se lo puede encontrar aquí. If you use Spotify, you can find it down here. También tengo discos compactos si los quieren. I also have free CDs if you like. And yeah, happy Earth Week. Thank you.
Okay. This is our caterer, which is like a food cooperative in the Denver area. Really good tacos, taco bar. Um, and that's how the weekend ended. It was a bilingual show. Some songs with the violin, some songs without. Um, I was trying to enjoy it, and you can, after watching and getting to this point, understand that I had a long week. Um, that like during like the performance and like the night, I wasn't trying to be too much in like work mode once we had everything like set up in the space. And once people started arriving, just try to like hang out and be with them. And so I didn't like take out my like camera and my like professional equipment. Maybe like looking back, like it was a pretty special performance. Um, and probably wouldn't have been that hard to like set up a professional camera. Like it was a cool venue and whatnot. I was just it's I guess just like room to improve is either bring someone in if I'm not feeling running like videography along with everything, because I'm like helping manage other parts of the event as a co-host, but like um, either helping bring someone in to do that or setting up something maybe static like a tripod camera setup, but then I guess like there's battery and like I mean, it's not as always as simple as just like set up the equipment and then the equipment runs the whole time, and then like etc. etc. So I guess I don't want to be too like hard on myself because I was taking on a lot just helping put on the event for these people, like for the night and for the people who were able to make it. And so yeah, maybe a long video, but I was up to a lot between um, like what is it like 4:16 to like 6 plus 7, like 4:23. Yeah, that whole week. And I just wanted to get that down. And I guess this part now, I wanted to share a post. I had already written out the post text. I just didn't know what like pictures and videos I wanted to send out with the post. Um, I also have some footage on my camera I can get off if I want to curate a, the post. I think like a good mix, and I don't want to like over include certain things maybe. And I can also maybe peel out some of like our event stuff for its own post. I didn't. Yeah. Hmm. So, what do you all think? I, looking at it all, maybe should have cut out like one or two things. Knowing going into the week necessarily what those one or two things, without that like hindsight of like how each event will actually go and like um and like the buildup of the exhaustion, that didn't really like hit me till like the very end of the weekend. So it's hard to know those things going into it. Um, but I mean, live hard, I guess. And I guess I knew that life would become less busy this week, and then another like less busy cliff after a Thursday event and a Saturday event. That I'm like more of like a support role. So I guess I don't regret any of it. I didn't think this was gonna be a 38-minute long video, but documenting life, getting better at sharing, getting better at curating albums for people, and storytelling. And this all leads up to like trying to get better at, yeah, organizing, having live discussions, um, making cool videos. That's what I'm about, and I think um, it's fun to share. So, hope you're all having great weeks. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my Instagrams at Braden Miguel to see what the final Instagram post looks like. And that is my number one posting area outside of YouTube. For more of the day-to-day updates and pictures and whatnot, Instagram's a place to be, and YouTube's gonna be where I curate content more that's longer form, and then we're gonna try to chop it up and tease it more so that on the other platforms, so depending on interests, etc., they know what videos to jump to and what channels I'm working on, because I'm working on a few different channel ideas. Um, and cool. I think I'm gonna transition for the moment. Pieces. Braden out.